Welcome to the Prep Zone. My name is Grant Yenny, and tonight we're here at the Dog Pound for Week 6 action. Certainly doesn't feel like it. It's 84 degrees here before pregame and humid as can be. But Northshore is traveling to take on the Fontainebleau Bulldogs, and let's bring in Coach Tiger Edwards for some analysis here before the game. Coach, what do we know about the Northshore Panthers?
The Northshore Panthers are 0-5 at this point. On the other side over here, we're 1-4. The Bulldogs. So tonight I know three things. There's a cold front coming. It's not going to get here by game time. The time is going to change here soon, but it's not going to get here by game time, right? And Halloween's coming, and it's not going to get here by game time. So game time is big time for both of these teams. In the district, they have no wins. If you're going to start to make a run, tonight is going to be your best opportunity. You better get it going.
Thanks, Coach. We'll have more analysis from the press box. I spoke with both coaches moments ago. Let's hear what they had to say, and we'll get to the action. Begin with Coach Blocker. Coach, last time we saw your team was against Lakeshore. Can you give us an update on how your team has been since?
Well, we're scratching and clawing to find a way to get another win right now.
And what's it going to take to beat North Shore here tonight?
It's going to take a little bit of everything, okay, on all phases of the game, and it's going to take our players to really step up and give their best effort, and that's what we're looking for.
Pre-game with Coach Buell. Coach, not the start to the season that you were hoping for, but what do you need to do to improve in the back half of the season here?
Oh, we got to get our tackling better, first and foremost. Just the simple things, alignment, assignment, blocking, and tackling. I mean, and just the basics of football we've got to get better at.
And Fontainebleau has a stud running back in Iverson Celestine. What does it take to slow him down and get the win here tonight?
Gang tackling, gap responsibility, doing your job every single play. And even when you do that, you play a back like that, he's still going to do some things. But you just have to be consistent all night and just doing your job and making tackles.
Rocco to put this one in play to get this game started. This one short and a fair catch called. It's caught there by Dane Loyacano. Loyacano goes down at about the 30-yard line. So we'll get our first look here of the North Shore High School offense.
Let me say that kickoff right there was by design. They didn't want to kick it deep, let somebody run it back. You'll see many different things out of these special teams led by Coach Phil Banco.
Curtis Hodges, the quarterback for North Shore, lines up in the gun, two to his left. Calling for it is Hodges. Handoff goes to Kershawn Fisher going right side, and he'll be brought down after a gain of 3.
That was strictly off-tackle power play right there. Good hard running, pickup of about 3.
Zane Ridgely on the stop for the Bulldogs. Kershawn Fisher going both ways in this one. You'll also see him on the defensive side of the ball. That's mainly what he's known for and being recruited for. He's been recruited by a couple of schools. We'll get to that in a second. Here's second down. Hodges calls for it. This is a keeper to the right, and he's hit hard and driven down by number 34, Colin Gagnon.
Gagnon right there, just downhill, took him out. Great play defensively.
Yeah, that's a loss on the play, but as we were talking about, Kershawn Fisher being looked at, Houston, Louisiana Tech, and Kansas State.
Wow, that's some big names. But this is the second week in a row we're seeing guys that have that are playing both ways.
Last week we saw it with Lakeshore and De La Salle. Now Hodges on third down, calling for it, looking to sling this one out, looking long, it's complete. And down the sideline there is Brandon Hines hauling that one in.
That was an out and up right there, and that ball was delivered right on the numbers. I think the defensive back kind of froze there on the out, and Hines took it up the field, and Hodges delivered.
Yeah, Hines, the go-to receiver for Hodges on the season, 21 receptions, 143 yards, and a touchdown. Hodges calling for it. This time give goes to Kershawn again, and he is wrestled down in the backfield for a loss.
Brought down by DJ Warren for a loss.
Warren brings him down, the 5'11", 235-pound senior.
Good penetration there by Warren to shut down that play real quick. Ends up being a loss of about 5, second down 15.
2 to the top of the screen here. 2-back set now for North Shore. Hodges in the gun. Hodges calling for it, fakes the give. Screen out to the right side. It's complete and wrestled down there by Aaron Damon Jr. That one was complete to Colin Harvey, the senior wide receiver.
Damon with a good tackle out there in the open field, so that was a big play.
It's third and 14 for the Panthers now, and back there at running back, Langston Jackson, 6 foot, 221-pound junior running back there with Hodges.
Six seconds on the play clock.
Hodges calling for it, fakes the give, looking to sling it downfield, and oh wow, it was deflected twice, so nearly intercepted there, and then ricocheting off. Hines nearly got a hold of it, but falls incomplete ultimately.
That was like bouncy ball bouncing around and finally hit the turn. But Hines was open on the play. They just did not connect.
And Bernard back to return the punt. North Shore. Snap is low, rolls back to the punter. Punter gets it away before the block, and the flag comes down. Looks like we may have roughing the kicker.
Looked like it was pretty close to being blocked. Is it a 5 or a 15? We'll find out.
See, awaiting the call. That'll be a 5-yarder. So, yeah, still 4th down. And Bernard will go back out to return once again. The punter from last year for North Shore now at Southeastern punting, and the kicker from North Shore from last year, starting kicker for Southern Miss. That one, the snap is back to the punter cleanly. A high punt will roll out of bounds.
Taking no chances there, just kicked it out of bounds.
So now we'll get a look at the Fontainebleau offense. Talked to Coach Blocker before the game. Iverson Celestine had to sit out last week with a shoulder injury, but back in for this one, as you see number 8 trotting out to the left side of your screen there.
Well, this offense is really a three-headed monster. It's Josh Bailey at quarterback, Iverson Celestine, and then receiver Dwayne Bernard. They're the 3 people that make this go.
First give goes to Iverson, running hard up the middle. He'll get about a 6-yard gain on the carry. And coming into this one, Iverson had 82 carries, 537 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
He's been starting since he's a freshman, junior now. They're going with 2 tight ends.
Now Bernard lining up to the left of Bailey. Iverson outside at receiver. This time handoff goes to Bernard.
Different look.
Weaving through the hole. It looks like he'll get that first down just right there at the marker. Yeah, first down.
Nothing fancy right there. Just going to go off tackle and switch it up. And they switch it up again. Bernard comes back out to receiver. And Iverson Celestine back in at running back.
You're talking about that three-headed monster. Leaders in carries and receiving are both Bernard and Celestine. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bailey dropping back, launches this one, looking for Bernard. That's overthrown. Will fall incomplete.
Had another receiver in the area. Would tell me that maybe somebody ran a wrong route there. Incomplete nonetheless, as Coach Ryan Dyke, the offensive coordinator, rolled up the long bomb on 1st and 10.
on 2nd and 10. Bernard getting set late. Snap, slung out quickly and complete on his horse's running. That is a first down, complete to Kobe Barnes.
Well, I don't know if you saw that, but on the screen, Barnes was shaking his hand at Josh Bailey to say, hey, no one's covering me. No one's covering me. And that's what happened. He stepped up. Bailey put the ball on the numbers and ran up the field.
And we're going to step away for an injury timeout. 1st and 10, 7:45 to go here in the first, coming out of the injury timeout. Bailey calling for it. Give goes to Celestine, looking to reverse course now, and he'll be run out of bounds after a gain of about 4.
Celestine saw nothing where the play was originally diagrammed to go and decided to reverse field and ended up picking up yardage. That's called making something out of nothing right there. 2nd down 6.
Yeah, making something out of nothing. That's what college teams such as Tulane and Utah like when they see him on the film. Calling for it. Bailey. Give goes to Celestine, going around left side, and he'll be bottled up and brought down, and that'll be about a yard shy of a first down.
They ran wide that time, and got some good yardage, but came up short of the first down. It's 3rd down and 2.
Now Bernard going to the backfield as Celestine comes out to receiver, switching it up once again. 7:10 to go here in the first. 2 to the left. Bailey calling for it. Give goes to Bernard. We're going to cut it upfield there, and he'll be brought down by Darian Carbo.
Good cut right there. Stepped up, started to take it out, and then cut it back through the hole.
And another first down for the Bulldogs as they continue this drive. And Tiger, this drive has eaten up some clock.
It is. And just what the Bulldogs want right now.
Calling for it. Fakes the give. Slings this one out. Look, complete. Still on his feet, running forward. Barreling through, gets inside the 10 is Kobe Barnes once again. And that was the pass was a little low, but he was able to haul it in and make a play.
Nice quick pass out of there, and Barnes was able to turn it up and make big yardage out of it. I don't know if you've noticed this, but the tight end tonight is number 67, Carter Ledbetter, formerly a center for the team, and getting his turn at tight end.
Bernard will be run out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So second.
Out of bounds by number 32.
So that makes it 2nd and goal.
Check that the ball carrier was Wayne Bernard.
Bernard, again, Ledbetter, if you'll see him off here to the left, is basically a blocker. So watch for him. He's coming inside the block.
Give goes to Bernard, trucking forward, and he gets in for the score. But yeah, as you said, Ledbetter blocking there, leading toward the Bernard score. Extra point coming out of the Bailey hold. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. So 5:56 to go here in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs lead 7-0. Rocca to kick this one away. This one scribbed on the ground, bouncing forward, and Northshore will return this one, looking for a hole, and he'll be gang tackled at around the 35-yard line.
Bunch of dogs right in that pack for sure.
So we'll get our second look at the North Shore offense, looking to get it drive together, punted on their last one.
kind of sputtered there at first. Picked up a big first down to start the game, and then basically sputtered after that. Missed a wide open pass. Completed one, but missed one. And so
Kobe Muniz now, number 11 in the backfield at running back. Hodges calling for it on first down. Looking to pass. Sends it out to Muniz. That one falls incomplete.
seems to be, from what I can see right now, early, Northshore is running back by committee. This is about the third or fourth running back they've had out there.
Yeah, Jackson out there now with Muniz as well. Muniz is actually the leading rusher on the team, 38 carries, 233 yards on the season. Jackson more of a fullback here. Motion from Hines. Give Muniz, and he's brought down in the backfield by number 40, Mahoney, Riley Mahoney, and Colin Gagnon.
Riley Mahoney and Colin Gagnon combined for the stop.
So that makes it 3rd and 11. And now you see once again Kershaw Fisher in at running back. So as you were saying, running back by committee. Fisher, 28 carries. Coming into this one, 28 carries, 197 yards, 7 yard per carry average. 3rd down, Hodges calling for it, throwing it out to Fisher. Fisher running upfield, and he's barreling forward, and that'll be a 1st down.
Loose ball, but
they say possession remains with the Panthers.
Right.
But a 1st down there is you saw the Division I recruit getting a full head of steam and barreling forward.
Just a little pass out there, and boom, he took it up the sideline, put the Jets on. Little swing pass.
So 1st and 10. Trips to the left. You'll see it's 3 at the bottom of your screen. And Fisher still in at running back. Hodges calls for it. Give goes to Fisher, coming near side. Breaks one, dives forward to get the extra yardage there. And that's a gain of about 6 on the carry.
Nice play there. Positive yardage, going to bring up 2nd down 5 now. Can the Panthers get something going here?
And let's see, we're going to have a timeout on the field. So with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in the first.
Oop.
Well,
wait a minute.
It looks like, is this going to be a lightning reading? Little bit of stoppage there. The Northshore trainer ran across the field to get something from the Fontainebleau trainer. But anyway, 2nd and 5 here, 3:53 to go here in the first.
All kind of scenarios going on there.
Yeah. Give goes to Muniz, right side, looking to get the edge. Goes up, that'll be a 1st down, still going, and he'll be brought down over there on that far sideline by Demond.
Not enough outside leverage there by the defense, and Northshore was able to get around the end. That seems to be a place that they need to keep going. Outside.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 2-back set now. Looks Muniz and Jackson in the backfield. Calling for it, pass. And that falls incomplete. Intended out there for number 7, Brandon Hines, the sophomore wide receiver.
Broken up by Monk.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. And in talking to Coach Buell, very young team for North Shore. They knew that coming into the season. Their go-to receiver, Brandon Hines, a sophomore. A couple offensive linemen, sophomores. And their quarterback, Curtis Hodges, also a sophomore. Now calling for it. Give goes to Muniz again. Has a big lane to run, rumbling forward. Breaks a tackle and diving. Let's see. It looks like he'll be out at the 5-yard line.
Number 11, Toby Muniz. Pushes him out of bounds.
Checked at the 7-yard line.
First and goal to go.
But first and goal for the Panthers here. And at the beginning of this drive, we were talking about they need to complete a drive. And here they've done a good job. Now it's about they're in the red zone. It's about getting it into the end zone.
Absolutely. They've been able to work this right-hand side, the left-hand side defensively of Fontainebleau by running power or getting outside over there and maintaining control of the ball and taking their time.
Hodges calls for it. Pressure coming immediately, and he'll be bottled up and dropped for a loss.
Great play by Gagnon right there as he came across, got rid of his blocker, and basically tackled Hodges for a loss. He smelled that play out from the get-go.
So second and goal from the 10-yard line, and they're going the old Maryland eye. Hodges gives to Kershaw Fisher. Demond wrapping him up by the ankles.
Good job right there, taking on the blocker, holding your ground and making the tackle.
So that brings up third and goal for the Panthers.
Short gain. It's third and goal from the 9.
And it'll be Hodges and Fisher. 2 to the right, 2 to the left in this set. Hodges calling for it. Looking to pass, slings this one. Looking for Hines, overthrown, falls incomplete. On the coverage was Austin Dupuy.
A little bit too much on that one. And we're in a quandary now.
Yeah, here on fourth down.
Looks like they're gonna try that field goal.
Yeah, Pellizzari on the kick out of the Hines hold. Zeldin will get it started. Snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 1:40 remaining here in the first quarter, Fontainebleau leads 7-3. Pellizzari to kick this one away. And this one kept short. Fontainebleau to return this one. Has a head full of steam. Still on his feet, rushing through. Gagnon. Let's see if he gets there. No, tripped up, and he's down at the 5.
Right now, Colin Gagnon in his head is going, how did I not take that to that? A defensive linebacker, defensive tackle type player he will be the rest of this week. They will be on him for being caught from behind right there. That was the perfect opportunity to take it to the house. If it had just put that afterburner on a little bit more. Oh, man.
And we will step away for an injury timeout. So ball at the 8-yard line for Fontainebleau to start this drive. Celestine to the left of Bailey. Give goes to Celestine, barreling forward, and he'll be brought down at about the 3-yard line.
That run right off of right tackle.
Tackle made by Drew Gibson.
Gibson on the stop, but second and goal from the 3 for the Bulldogs.
Not anticipating anything fancy, but straight ahead.
There it is, Iverson Celestine to the house.
3 yards out, touchdown, Fontainebleau.
Two tight end formation there, something that's not normally run. But obviously Coach Ryan Dyke has seen that defensively it's to their advantage to be able to run versus the North Shore defense.
And the Rocca extra point is good with 1:02 remaining here in the first. Fontainebleau leads 14-3. Rocca to kick this one away. This one squibbed, bouncing over that middle line, still on the ground, needs to be returned by North Shore, and on the return there was Adonis Browder.
Typical situation when you kick the ball squid and the guy goes to get it and fumbles with it, everybody seems to almost freeze and stop. Then he gets it and builds up steam, and then, now I'm catching him rather than tackling him, you know? So ball out to the 40-yard line for North Shore.
Yeah, 55 seconds to go here in the first. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And it'll be a two-back set with Jackson and Muniz. And Hodges in the gun. Calls for it. Oh, ball's on the ground. He tried to pull it. That one came loose. Fontainebleau falls on top of it. That is Chase Canatella.
Canatella with the fumble pickup. And that was, I wondered, Canatella came through real fast. So Hodges had to make up his mind what he was going to do. He decides he wants to pull it as they had gone back to the play that they'd been kind of gashing. They had been gashing the Bulldog defense, but coughed up the football right there on the mishandling.
And a great vision there from Canatella to see the ball come loose and jump right on top of it. Calling for it is Bailey, looking downfield, and this one is blown dead. Well, that was a beautiful pitch and catch there, but it won't count as the whistles were blowing. Seems to be, was that a clock issue? Because now it's saying there 49 seconds, but the clock had 11:58 on it.
Oh my goodness gracious. Instead of letting that play run through.
And the receiver was wide open.
Right. Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Woo!
So here, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bailey calling for it. Pressure coming from Fisher. Stepping up, Fisher gets him from behind.
Yeah, let's go back to the last play. Okay, so they snap the ball in the play, and the official comes in because he looks up and sees it. Now, did he see that prior to the snap? Did the official see it?
The whistle started blowing after the ball was snapped.
So to me, he should have let that one go. That would have been that was an inadvertent whistle. They could have corrected that after.
Give going to Celestine, breaking it around right side, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 12 seconds to go here in the first.
Iverson that time stuck his head in there like he was going to hit off tackle, and then busted it outside for big yardage.
And another first down for the Bulldogs as the clock is still running. Looks like Bailey gets this one off. Handoff goes to Celestine cutting upfield, and we have a flag down as Celestine's brought down by Donnie Cannon, the senior linebacker.
I'm going to tell you, that hole was like a Mack truck could have gone through that. But we have a call. It's going to be against Fontainebleau.
Let's see. Call coming from the White Hat. Here we have the microphone system here so we can hear the call.
It's a foul. Face mask, 32. All the defense.
It's a face mask called on North Shore.
First down. That's the end of the quarter.
And that'll be half the distance to the goal when we come back as Fontainebleau leads 14-3. First and goal at the top of the second quarter. Fontainebleau has the ball at the 6-yard line. Celestine to the left of Josh Bailey. Bailey calling for it. Give goes to Celestine, coming back left side and in to the end zone, but flags come out late.
I think the receiver right there dumped the might have been a blindsided block, like ended up dumping the defensive player, and he'll come back.
That'll back up the Bulldogs, so it'll be first and goal from the 14-yard line. 14-yard line. Trips to the right, as well as Iverson to the right of Bailey. Calling for it. Give goes to Celestine, cutting it back. Plenty of room on the right side. Looking to bring it up, and that is another Iverson Celestine touchdown.
He just coasted in on that one. He actually throttled it back before he got to the end zone, knowing that he was going to make it in. Started left, went back right. That's as good as it gets right there.
William Rocca, the freshman kicker, on for the extra point. Snap back, kick is up, and it is good. So, with 11:43 remaining here in the second quarter, Fontainebleau leads 21-3. Rocca to kick this one away.
He's going to get it!
And wow, it's recovered! Another great special teams play for the Bulldogs.
Let me tell you something. Coach Phil Banco, the defensive coordinator who runs the special teams, covers all these things over and over. And I told you before, they pooched one time, they kicked it, they squib kicked it long one time, and that time he took a little bit off of it. Nobody came to get it. He beat the ball down there.
If you're the coaching staff on the Northshore side, what are you telling your kick return team there coming off the field?
Everybody get the ball.
Yeah.
Get the ball. Somebody get the ball. Don't stand there and look at it. If it's in front of you, you have to go to it.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 37-yard line. We have whistles down. Let's see, what are they discussing?
All right, blown back in, ready to play.
So 1st and 10, calling for it. Bailey, give goes to Bernard. Bernard barreling forward, and he'll get about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Little counter sweep right there, pull 2, kick out. Lead up, Bernard runs it up, and they got big yardage on that one. They got 8. Going to bring up 2nd down 2.
So 11:14 to go here in the first half, and Bulldogs up 21-3 here on 2nd and 2. Bailey calling for it. Give once again. They're up from Celestine, and he'll be brought down by Kershawn Fisher. Oh, check that, Bernard, excuse me. Fisher and Gibson on the stop for the Panthers.
Celestine back in. Bernard gets a breather.
And we had mentioned the three-headed monster, Bernard, Celestine, Bailey. So on 1st and 10, motion from Kirby on the jet sweep. The toss there goes to Kirby. And he'll be down after about a 8-yard gain.
Jacoby Kirby.
Make that a 6-yard gain.
Kind of like the jet sweep. He gets motion and they just toss him the ball. You know what happens if the ball hits the ground there, huh?
It's an incomplete pass.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So no harm, no foul if that happens.
2nd down. Bailey goes to Celestine. He's hit, shrugs that one up, breaks another one, and he'll just take and go out of bounds for the first down.
Carries the ball.
But we have a flag down on the field.
Marker on the play.
That play was designed to go to the left with the
Number 60 on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Eric Kearns with the hold on that one. They were pulling two guards going left with the play that they had run before, kind of a counter sweep. It got shut down, and Irish team did a little readjusting. Second down, 12, and somebody either moved or
Flag comes out. Let's see, did the center move his hand? Or no, that was a encroachment called on Northshore.
Oh, they're going to have a discussion now.
I mean, it's to come across that aggressively, it's possible, and as a former center, I've done it before, where you move your hand, they see that movement, they think the snap's coming, and they come at you.
Up, like you said.
Dead ball. False start. Number 60 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Yeah, so that's on the Bulldogs, and he'll back them up.
So third down and 17.
Second down and 18.
Second down.
Second and 18.
18, wow.
9:44 to go here in the first half. Bailey calls for it. Fake the toss. He keeps it himself. Plenty room to run, barreling forward. And he'll a good gain there, but still about 6 yards shy of the first down.
That's the added dimension with Bailey. He can run and he can throw.
Third down, 7.
Of course, the best pass of the night was a completed pass that was called back because I think of an inadvertent whistle.
It was a beauty of a pass.
It was.
Celestine coming to the side as Bernard checks into the backfield. Here on 3rd and 7. Clock to 9:08. Bailey give to Bernard. Bernard cuts it up. And that'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
We went back to that sweep where they pulled right, kick out, lead through the hole, and Bernard followed the blockers, pick up a first down. It's going to be first down 10 at about the 12-yard line.
Bulldogs have it at the 12, 1st and 10.
So on 1st and 10, Bailey calling for it. Give going to Bernard. And he'll be brought down by Darian Carbo along with Donnie Cannon.
At the 5-yard line.
So that'll make it 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
We've heard Cannon's name a few times tonight. He's been all over the field. Linebacker.
Yeah, Cannon, the senior linebacker. This one rumbling forward, and it looks like stopped about 2 yards shy of the end zone. Brought down by a host of Panthers, but another first down for the Bulldogs.
Looked
and
like
quickly, Fontainebleau getting back set.
Wasting no time.
Snap is back. Give goes to Celestine. He's diving forward, and that is another Fontainebleau touchdown. Great effort there by Celestine. They kind of had him wrapped up, and he just made that, as he's going down, made that extra diving effort to get that ball over the goal line.
And let's push the lead out to 27-3 with the extra point of 10 to come right now.
Rocca extra point up, and this one, it looked like they got a hand on it, and no good. So 7:36 to go here in the first half, and Fontainebleau is up 27-3.
Kickoff again.
Rocca to kick this one away for the Bulldogs. And that one into the end zone for the touchback.
And a different style.
Just switching them up, keeping them on their toes.
Never the same thing.
So now the North Shore offense comes out, and Fontainebleau there able to eat up a good bit of clock.
Absolutely.
7:36 to go here in the first half.
We're watching a very, very ball control versus ball control. Very big defensive. It's more about the defense tonight. Can the defense stop the other team's offense?
Muniz now in the backfield with Hodges. Hodges calling for it. Hodges will keep it, pulled it. Now coming near side, and he'll be upended at the 30-yard line by number 27, Avanti Alexander.
Alexander, good job of coming up. Circle up Alexander. He's a 9th grader.
Yeah, the 5'7", 150-pound freshman. And the best thing about freshmen?
They're going to be sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Calling for it. Hodges going to give to Hines. Hines was able to get away from some would-be tacklers, but still dropped for about a 2-yard loss, maybe a 1-yard loss for the Panthers.
Good defense right there. Gagnon on the tackle. Hey, that run by Hodges just a second ago was the first time he kept it. Am I right?
Yes.
That's the first time he kept it.
He tried to keep it on one play, but
that was the fumble.
Ended up right.
Yeah. So I wonder if we're going to see some more of that.
2nd and 11 for the Panthers. Calling for it. Hodges slings it out there to Muniz. Muniz will be brought down at about the line of scrimmage. No gain there.
Takes the lateral.
Tackled by Hug Cole over there. Swing pass again. And now, if that pass had been incomplete, what could have possibly happened?
Fumble.
A fumble. It would have been ruled a fumble because it was a backward lateral on the swing.
And also, Hug Cole, an all-time great name.
Right.
Phenomenal name. 3rd and 1 here for the Panthers. Calling for it. Hodges slings this one, and that's right into the arms of Colin Gagnon. And this time, he won't get caught. He gets to the end zone.
He better score this time.
That time makes his way in for the score, and Rocca will come out to attempt the extra point. No, that time he wasn't going to allow himself to get run down.
Yeah, I think I said during the after all that situation with him picking up the ball on the kick that he was never going to have that opportunity again. Well, he had a pick 6 just now, so huge.
Rocca's kick is up, and it's good. So with 5 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the first half, Fontainebleau leads 34-3. Rocca to kick this one away. Boots this one deep. This will be returned by Hines. Hines hauls it in at about the 4-yard line. Looking to get it to the middle. Still on his feet. Good block there. And he'll be brought down from behind by a host of Bulldogs.
To about the 25-yard line.
And Tiger, big thanks to Principal Johnny Vetrano here at Fontainebleau.
Once again, it's like the old
hookup
days.
here.
It's like the old days. The smorgasbord broke out here with French fries and
burgers,
jambalaya, sausage, man.
Phenomenal.
The best place to come.
5-star treatment here at Fontainebleau High School. The 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're going a 2-back set. Muniz and Jackson in the backfield. Check that. That's Fisher and Muniz. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
3 seconds.
2 seconds now. That's going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Took too long.
And Northshore took a timeout
Apparently, only you and I knew that.
So timeout, North Shore. 5:40 to go here in the first half. Fontainebleau leading 34-3. So after a 2-hour lightning delay here at the Dog Pound, Thomas Pellizzeri kicking that one off, and the Bulldogs will return it. They cut up to about the 40-yard line where he'll be gang tackled down by a host of Panthers. So Tiger, a 2-hour rain delay. It was a monsoon out there.
It was, but there was also lightning.
Yes.
So that was the first thing that set that up.
Yes, and it led to, as lightning strikes went through, it led to about a 2-hour delay. But now the field is soaking wet. How does that affect play here in the second half?
It's going to make it slow for both teams. It should slow down for both teams, but I don't know. It looks like it has, except on the far sideline, it looks like it has, washed off.
Bailey on first down, looking to pass. And downfield slings this one long, and it'll be picked off by the Panthers. Number 14, Jonathan Carroll, the senior, comes up with that one, and a late flag comes out.
A long pass on the first play of the second half intended for Jacoby Kirby, and that was picked off nicely by Jonathan Carroll. So good defense right away by the Panthers.
And it's if you're just joining us, 34-3. Fontainebleau came out firing on all cylinders in the first half.
It was run, 34-3.
Yes.
Basically.
Celestine City. Celestine and Bernard City.
Right, for sure. First, I have to go on record as making an apology. What everybody doesn't know at this point, in the opening, I said the rain is not going to get here. It got here.
It got here.
The cool is not going to get here.
In a big way.
I got here, too. So my apologies on that count.
Two-back set here on 1st and 10. Hodges calling for it. Give goes to Muniz. Muniz will be gang tackled down for about a 2-yard loss. And you saw they're nearly losing the handle on it. That ball, as it touches the ground, is slick.
Hug Cole on that tackle. Good job by him.
Loss of a couple, 2nd and 12.
So it's 2nd and 12. I'm wondering, although the water seems to have gotten off the field, I'm wondering how bad it might be chopped up after all this second half.
On the jet sweep, give goes to Brandon Hines. Hines still on his feet. He'll be wrestled down over there after about a 7-yard gain, but that'll make it about 3rd and 5.
Good running of the jet sweep right there. Got out to the outside. Where they had some luck in the first half was getting outside on the right side or left side of the Bulldog defense. And, now a 2-hour delay, everybody's been a little bit tight. They've come out and warmed up, and let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, that with the 2-hour delay, how does that affect you both performance-wise, but also your focus?
Basically you have to refocus. Are you ready? Are you ready to? And there's the balls on the ground.
Look, it's sick. Wait, we have 2 different signals from the officials.
All right.
They'll say it's still North Shore ball.
I thought so.
But 4th down.
Fisher on the carry right there, spun around, got a little bit of yardage, but fumbled the football, recovered by North Shore, and now the punt team is on. But yes, you have to refocus. I mean, you've been sitting around for 2 hours. What have you been doing? Joking, cutting up, we're not doing anything. So they had to come out 10 minutes ago and get warmed up, number one, and number two, refocus.
And that punt goes sailing down, and wow, great job. That'll pin Fontainebleau at the 2-yard line. A great punt there. And also I have to give props to Zeldin there. A great snap there with the wet ball.
Yes, and a big kick. I was wondering,
at the 3-yard line.
Yes. He almost made a big mistake by picking that ball up and putting it in the end zone. But
First and 10
they
from
call
their
it
own
down
3.
at the 3.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. First time out here in the second half. Had an interception on the play.
Correct. Second chances.
Snap call for give goes to Celestine. Celestine coming here near side. Rushing forward, shedding one tackle and brought down by the ankles by David Hughes, the 5'8", 149-pound sophomore.
He got out to about the 20-yard line. Good hard run right there. And Celestine had to go out of the game.
That 18-yard gain, Celestine on the sideline getting checked out.
Run play.
Calling for it, Bailey. Give goes to Bernard, and he had a man on him almost immediately. Still was able to power forward for about a gain of 2.
On the stop, number 97.
Just a good inside zone run there by Bernard. Nothing fancy.
Justice Hobgood on the stop, sophomore defensive lineman. We talk about Northshore, a young team. A lot of sophomores playing. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. Fontainebleau leading 34-3. Trips to the right for the Bulldogs. As Bailey calls for it. Give goes to Bernard. Bernard cutting it back up. Working his way around and tripped up there.
You saw a little bit of the slickness of the ground as he slipped down right there, but he made a great cut. I thought he was going to scoot right through there and go the distance.
Yeah, solid 90-degree cut there.
Yeah, exactly.
3rd down 4 for the
But
Bulldogs.
brings up 3rd down and 4. As Fontainebleau gets back and set quickly. Now they're taking their time to survey the North Shore defense, but also when you have this big of a lead here in the second half, you're just running that clock down.
That's all you want to do. Want to go over the fundamentals, run down the plays. There it is.
Bernard hits the hole hard, but still it'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, you noticed how he accelerated that time once he saw the opening.
Bird makes the stop.
Going to bring up 4th down there.
Yeah, that's something about Bernard. We saw that in the Lakeshore game that we covered in week 1. It doesn't take him very long to get to top speed.
No.
It's a couple steps.
Great quickness.
Here on 4th down, also Bailey a threat for the quick kick.
And
there
you go.
Snap back, and the quick kick goes. And it'll roll out of bounds. You hear the Peter calls.
Bailey's punt goes out of bounds.
Rolls out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So 5:36 to go here in the third. As North Shore's offense comes out looking to get into the end zone.
They need a little. They have not really, other than taking it down there and getting the field goal. They've kind of sputtered, not had a consistent drive, a play here and there, and that's been about it.
Hodges with Fisher to his right. Calling for it. Looking to pass, slings it out right side, snuffed out immediately. And Munez is brought down. It falls incomplete. Great job there by the junior linebacker, Gagnon.
Gagnon has been all over the field tonight. He had a pick.
A pick that he took to the house, but prior to that, on the kick return,
right,
nearly
bringing
took
it to the house. And he's made a couple of big tackles.
But yeah, when he got that pick six, he wasn't going to let himself get run down from behind on that one. 2nd and 10, 4:40 to go here in the third.
Interesting take from the from my situation is the defensive line for
North Shore takes a timeout. 4:24 to go here in the third. Fontainebleau leads 34-3.
Look here, all the defensive linemen are standing for, and they got a blitz.
Picked off. Going the other way, Fontainebleau hauling it in, and it's a clear path to the end zone for Traylon DeVille. Pick 6.
Yep.
And there's a flag down.
All right.
Bill goes 55 yards with a pick.
But that was set up, if there's no penalty on Fontainebleau, on the fact that they had a stunt. They had all 4 down linemen standing and came with a stunt and put the pressure on Hodges to have to deliver it earlier. They got holding on Northshore. That'll be declined.
So to the house, Traylon DeVille.
Touchdown stands. Traylon DeVille, 55-yard touchdown.
Setting up for Rocca to kick the extra point. Rocca, the freshman kicker for the Bulldogs. Holt kicking out of the Bailey hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Fontainebleau leads 41-3. Rocha to kick this one away for the Bulldogs. Boots it, keeps it low. Northshore will return it. Picking it up, looking to hit the hole. One man gets a hand on him, and great job staying with that one. Wrestling him down is Noah Faust.
Good coverage right there by the Bulldog special team. And Northshore will come out.
Check that Avante Alexander, excuse me.
All right. Northshore will come out. They'll have a first down at the 35-yard line.
For the Bulldogs, Tony Monk.
So, yeah, 41-3, 3:23 to go here in the third.
Right
Hodges
now,
getting set up.
Right now, all this is about is, can we run a play? Can we execute a play? That's what they're working on.
One play at a time.
One play at a time. It's like the handoff inside.
Give goes to Fisher. Fisher pushing forward, and he'll be brought down
Fisher tries the middle.
by a host of Bulldogs there. After a gain of about
Ridgely.
3
Ridgely makes the stop.
on the carry. Ridgely
3 second and
on the
7
stop.
for the Panthers.
So, Tiger, we had that 2-hour rain and lightning delay during the course of your career, your 4-ring career. Do you have any stories about lightning delays and what occurred after?
Well, back in the day, back in the olden days of football, when they had leather helmets, I think. No, I wasn't in those days. However, I did stand on the sideline of the game where it came down and you almost literally could not see the other side of the field for almost the entire game. I know, and this is not an exaggeration, I know that the water on our sideline was my mid calf. And the balls were out there, and I bet we used we only had about 10 or 12 towels, and they were all just wet. So, like, we were drying a ball with a wet towel.
Right.
It didn't make much sense, but back in the
that's when
day,
you're taking your hand and just wiping
right.
it.
And back in the day, lightning was not a reason to stop. Rain was not a reason to stop. In fact, I said something to somebody like being out there, rookie coach, and said something about, like, aren't they going to stop this? And they looked at me, and I it was that kind of tone of voice they looked at me in, as if to say, are you crazy, boy? And I just turned around.
It's football.
It's football, exactly.
4th down for the Panthers following the incompletion. Dwayne Bernard back to return this one. Minute 11 to go here in the third. Last time punt was a beauty. This one kicked away, end over end. It'll bounce, and Bernard will let it go.
Another pretty good punt right there.
Northshore downs it at the 13-yard line.
Down by number 82, Dane.
Check that, maybe the 11. But 51, under a minute to play here in the third. You got to assume it'll be continued Celestine and Bernard City.
Yeah.
And then possibly even getting some fresh jerseys in there.
Yeah. I think I'm seeing some fresh jerseys on the offensive line there.
Bernard and Bailey still in.
Of course, if you don't go a full game, you need snaps, basically. You need the practice. You need the.
Celestine will take that
Celestine
one
carries the
out of
ball.
bounds
Forced out of bounds by number 14.
after a gain of
Jonathan Carroll.
5. So that'll make it 2nd and 5 as the clock continues to wind here in the third, down to 15 seconds. And you'll see Fontainebleau walking over to the sideline. They'll just let this one run out.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter.
So at the end of the third quarter, Fontainebleau leads 41-3. Top of the final stanza. 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. So with 11:50 to go here in the game, Fontainebleau leads 41-3. Coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 5 here for the Bulldogs. Calling for it is Bailey. Give goes to Celestina. Great cut there, getting upfield, and that will be a first down for the Bulldogs. Check that, Dwayne Bernard on the carry.
Yeah, just a nice little handoff that Bernard cut up, found the opening, and a first down.
And Tiger, we have to commend these Fontainebleau students down here, the group that stayed through the 2-hour delay. They've been making noise the whole time. Very spirited group cheering for their team.
Very wet and spirited group. Enjoyed the moment of waterness as it came down from the heavens.
Look, and that's all you could do is make the most of it in that situation.
Make the most of it.
Bailey calling for it on first down. Give goes to Bernard once again, getting away from a tackler, getting away from another one as he slides off. Bernard pushed out of bounds as he slides onto the safety track.
I don't know if that run is worthy of a rerun in that he cut and then cut again and then cut a third time. Just a good run. He has that sense when there's an opening that when he sees the opening, he sprints through the acceleration starts.
Yes.
The minute he sees it.
And as we said before, it doesn't take long. It's boom,
right.
Gone. Calling for it is Bailey. Handoff, and that'll be good for about a 4-yard gain.
Cole Gartman carries the ball.
On the carry.
Making the stop, number 8.
Gartman.
Jordan Bird.
Cole Gartman. Junior running back who has been he's been seeing some action on the defense, but I saw him play last year when I was coaching here in JV ball, and Cole is pretty fast himself.
9:31 to go in this one, and Bailey letting the play clock run down past 10. Calling for it. Give goes to Gartman. Has a great hole and hits it hard before being wrestled down. And it appears the ball came loose. Fontainebleau saying they fell on top of it. Waiting for the official. Yes. So Fontainebleau ball.
Fumble recovery by the Bulldogs.
And that looks like that's a first down for Fontainebleau.
Just doing what they hoped they would do coming into this game. Control the ball, control the clock.
Lewis McHenry in now at running back, a freshman. Calling for it. Give goes to McHenry, right side. Hard running there from the freshman for about a 5-yard gain.
Lewis McHenry carries the ball.
McHenry, 5'8", 165-pound freshman.
On the stop,
Coach Blocker breaking out some clean jerseys.
And look, it's a great time when you're up 41-3, a great time to get the young kids who are only used to playing on Wednesdays some time to play.
No doubt.
Yep, a couple fresh jerseys in, but keeping Bailey in the game.
I'm sure that's happening on both sides, to be honest with you.
Calling for it, Bailey once again gives to McHenry, and he'll be brought down by Drew Gibson
McHenry carries the ball again.
for the Panthers.
On the stop, number 5, Gibson.
Fontainebleau, this was a great rebound game for them.
They needed it badly. 1-4. They'd lost the first 2 district games. You know, they got the still some meat in this schedule here because this is 6-5-8. There's no Friday nights off.
No. So 3rd down. Bailey calling for it. Give goes McHenry once again. You could tell the freshman is hungry for some carries. He hit that hole as soon as he got the ball.
Yes, he did.
On the stop,
Straight ahead.
Gibson.
And that's another first down.
And Fisher.
Yeah, you can't put a freshman in the game and expect him to run timid. He better be running hard.
Yeah.
And he was running hard.
Now,
And I'm pretty sure he can see that he's that the ball is about 20. What is it? 24 yards.
24 yards away.
From a touchdown. So nothing better than get a touchdown if you're a freshman. So
now Bailey comes out. Good
New
night
quarterback.
for him. New quarterback in is Ryan Seafried, the sophomore quarterback. 6'1", 160. Calls for it. Gives to McHenry once again. McHenry fighting for it. Never went down.
McHenry
Tough
carries
running
the
from the
end.
freshman.
he's battling away.
It's good for a gain of 1. Makes it 2nd and 9. McHenry coming out.
Emery Rhodes in now at running back, as it's now committee by running back by committee for the Bulldogs. 2 tights.
5:53 to go in this one. Seafried going to let this one run down. Calling for it. Give goes to Rhodes. Rhodes will gain about 2 on the carry before being brought down by a host of Panthers.
On the stop, number 97.
Clock ticking away. I got to say this, that
Gain of 3 for the Bulldogs.
my sixth sense tells me that the Bulldogs don't mind being in this 2 tight end set, even though that they have linemen out at the tight end positions, because it forces Northshore, which runs a 3-3, normally runs a 3-3 stack, into a 4-4, 4-3, whatever. And so that's what they've been able to get, been able to exploit and get the yardage they've been getting.
On the stop,
And that'll bring up
32.
4th down for Fontainebleau. We talk about Northshore. They'll now drop to 0-6. Young team, though. Really young team. Looks to be a good bit of talent coming up. So, I mean, it's not necessarily all negative. These kids are just getting some early reps.
Right. I mean, for sure, it's hard mentally to keep coming back game after game. But if you can see that if you stay with the program and do what your coaches want you to do, that there'll be a payoff down the line. Might not be today or tomorrow, but it could be down the line.
And Fontainebleau will take a timeout. 4:11 to go here in the game. Fontainebleau up 41-3. So 4:10 to go here in the game. Fontainebleau on 4th down, keeping the offense out there. Seafried in the gun. His play clock winds down. Seafried calling for it. Spinning off one and brought down. His ankles pulled out from under Gartman.
Well, that was, let's put it this way, that wasn't trying to make a first down. That's just, we're not going to punt it or we're not going to kick it or whatever. We're just going to run a play. You stop it and you get the ball back, and there's 3:36 to go now.
Yeah, with 3:36 to go, North Shore coming back on offense. What can we expect to see out of them? Is this where you just get extra practice in with your playbook?
That's all they worked on in the second half. Here's the play. How well can you execute it? Because if you're executing it now, then you're going to be better next week if you're executing it correctly. That one got stabbed right away.
Brought down
Jackson carries.
That was Colin
Schneider
Schneider.
makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
So that'll make it 2nd and 9, a long 9. New quarterback in the game, Bryce Spencer, 5'10", 187-pound junior. Has Jackson and Munez with him in the backfield. Munez, and that's bottled up immediately. Great job by Fontainebleau flying to the ball there, just as Hobgood, the one that got it started. Excuse me, not Colin Schneider. Wrong 97. I'm going to have 2 rosters in front of me.
Colin Schneider. 3rd down 9.
It's that time. It's late in the game. People are getting tired. They're not executing as well as they should.
Including myself.
Well, I was talking about
Yeah,
you. No,
you know.
no, I wasn't. No.
So 2 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Please don't wake me up while I'm trying to sleep. But execution, tough to come by.
Calling for it. Give goes to Charles Watts. Watts, sophomore running back. Hard running there from the sophomore.
Charles Watts
Almost
carries the
broke
ball.
it with that cutback, 90-degree stop and cut, and was expecting him to cut it
Gains
back
the
further.
1st down for the Panthers.
Yeah, 5'9", 202-pound sophomore there. Gets him the first down with 90 ticks to play. Spencer calling for it. Give there goes to Hines. Hines weaving his way through traffic. Room to run, and he'll be brought down at about the 45-yard line. But a big play and a first down for the Panthers.
Great run right there. Planted his foot, made the 90-degree turn, and continued to work back against the grain and then cut it up, and a big gainer for him. That bodes well for Hines, the sophomore, down the line.
Spencer calls for it, gives to Watts once again. Watts hits the hole hard, and he's still trucking forward as he's gang tackled down by a host of Bulldogs, and that'll be maybe a yard shy of the first down. Yeah, that'll make it 2nd and 1 as we're under 30 seconds to play here in the game. Spencer puts Hines in motion, calls for it, looking to pass here. Launches this one, and it falls incomplete. So that'll make it 3rd and 1, and that will end the game. So Fontainebleau takes it 41-3. Let's send our thank yous to those who helped bring you this game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Folse, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Menard, cameraman, Rhett Sharp, editor and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams, color analyst, Coach Tiger Edwards. So from the Dog Pound, where Fontainebleau defeats Northshore 41-3, my name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.